Hi, welcome to this video today, which is our weekly Forex forecast. It's 24th of November, it's Wednesday. Just going to pick out some pairs which we think could offer really good risk-reward trading opportunities. We'll go to the charts in just a moment. Now, since we did our last weekly forecast, we've seen the dollar firm up quite nicely, which we were expecting, and also the yen is showing some strength as well. Now, what is interesting for us is the dollar, the yen are firm, while stock markets remain near multi-year highs. So you've got the safe haven currencies firm, risk currencies not really gaining any help from stock market strength. I think the dollar and yen are going higher anyway, but I think we're on the verge of a big correction in stock markets, which will trigger big volatility in the FX markets and give the dollar and yen a big boost to the upside. But even if stocks just chop around a bit or grind higher, yen, dollar going higher anyway, longer term, in our view. Now, what we are going to do is going to go and take a look at the opportunities, but just before we do so, please do keep in mind, it is my view as of right now. It could, of course, change in line with the market action and conditions. If you want to learn all our trading techniques, also check out our daily technical sentiment analysis of 14 FX pairs. All you need to do is click on the link beneath this video and you can get live access to our member center for a limited time. You can also get a discount on life membership by inserting the coupon at checkout. Also, beneath this video, you can join our Facebook group of traders and follow us on Facebook as well. Now, I'm just about to do my PM update for the member center, so I'm going to use the charts from there. So let's go and take a look at the trade setups. Right, for our first pair, which is NZDUSD. Now, in terms for anyone new watching our videos, I will use very simple technicals. We'll just always have a bias from the fundamentals and sentiment, okay, before we do our technicals. That allows us to keep technicals simple. We'll then do our trades each day and update them twice a day. That's it, okay? We don't sit around watching price. We're looking for big trends. We're not interested in trading the market noise. Now, in terms of the big fundamentals in this pair, it's a commodity currency. Our view is the world's biggest commodities consumer, China, is slowing. Global growth is slowing. Commodity prices will come down. That will drag all the commodity currencies lower. Now, in terms of this one, we got up here, it's loaded with speculative longs, and we wanted to sell off the 72 level. We get it at 71.40, a little bit of sideways, and then down. It's a few hundred pips so far, but this has got really big downside potential. I've got a target, you can see it there, of 65, but I'll probably extend that to 60. Okay, now in terms of this pair, just see what's happened since this morning, and if you wanted to get into it fresh, big red. It's got bigger since this morning. And keep in mind, the RBNZ raised rates today. It's giving the Kiwi no support. Okay, so we think more downside. How would you play this one if you wanted to get into it? I would sell. Okay, it's not that much risk actually. You only need to put a stop behind this high here. So it's only just over 100 pip stop, but you got 300 pips to our first target, and you could, or I think we could, we're coming down quite nicely. There is the support zone, okay, it's 65. But I think we could go all the way back to 60 if we get risk off. So I think it looks good for fresh positions. You always wait for the rebound. If you go through 69, just sell back through the round number, see if this level holds. But yeah, we'll see if it does pull back, but it's looking pretty bearish today. So running well. Now, in terms of, look at some NZD crosses in a while as well, because there's some nice looking cross opportunities, the ones we looked at last week. But before we do that, I'm going to go to Euro USD, which I did look at in a video at the weekend. Now, I'm just out and out bearish of Eurozone. It's going to get a lot worse. In the zone, you've already got energy prices spiking again, COVID restrictions coming in. It's a complete mess, the zone, and it's been a nice move down for us. Okay, so it's about 400 odd pips. You'll notice after a little bit of sideways, okay, you had two big candles there. The volatility has started to pick up. Now, our view, 110, then par. Okay, the risk on the trade is only about 140 pips. Now, in terms of we look at what we're doing today, still around the same level. You could wait for a bounce to the 113 level if you wanted, but if you sold here, not much risk and a lot of potential downside. Go to the monthly chart, coming down quite nicely. We should get to this zone here, 110, where there's some support, which then run on to 105, and probably I think it's 2004 lows at par. Okay, the fundamentals in Eurozone terrible, and they're going to get worse. Really nice downtrend, more potential to come. I'll look at some Euro correlated currencies in a moment, which I really like the look of. Anyway, I did a full video on the Euro at the weekend, so you go and check out all the fundamental reasons why I'm so bearish. Now, next pair I want to go to is going to be USD CAD. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Been very bullish of the USD. It has gone up. It's been kind of low volatility rise. Okay, a minute position's looking good, about 300 pips, but plenty more to come. I've got a target of 130, obviously 128 in a way, and I'm going to be looking for 135. There's a good entry into this one if you wanted to do it, or you're bullish. Sorry, I want the monthly chart, I want the daily chart. We slip back a bit, just basically through the 127 level, the round number, buy strength above the high, 127.10, or if we dip down to this level here, 126, it's good support, we should see a rise. Now, in terms of the monthly chart, I think we should get up to here, the 130 level, okay? But then 135 is on the cards, okay? Now, obviously, crude oil important in terms of the CAD. Let me show you crude oil. Sorry, it's a monthly chart. I want a daily chart. Came down here, and you got a little bit of a rally. This whole rally here is driven by speculation. I pointed out in my last video, so I think it should all be retraced, and that basically should send the CAD lower. So yeah, so CAD and NZD really bearish off. I'm not so, when I say not interested in the AUD, I'm not looking at the AUD short. I think it'd be the best performing of the commodity currencies. So I picked out the NZD and the CAD as being more overbought. Now, in terms of the next pair I want to look at, USD SEK, we've covered it in the last couple of forecasts. I also included it in my Euro video at the weekend, which was massively bullish of the USD. Now, in terms of why, Riksbank, the most dovish central bank of all, not thinking of raising rates till 2024. And also the krona is very correlated with what goes on in Eurozone. So it'll trade between the two blocks, and we're obviously bearish of the euro, so bearish of the krona. And she's come up quite nicely. Now, in terms of our target, we've already hit 9. I've got 950 as my next target. I'm going to extend that up towards the 10 level, okay? Just want to show you what we're doing tonight. Blue, really nice blue, through the 910 level. I wouldn't come in and buy this one. You need to look at the monthly chart, in my view. There's our first target. I'll extend up probably to these two bodies, so about 990, not 10, okay? But I think if you pull back to 9, I think that'd be a good entry level. I think there's some support just down here, okay? 896. Yeah, just a little pullback, and then you can go long. But this one, the big fundamentals, is so clearly favour the USD in our views. They're our favourite USD pairs. Now I want to look at the yen. Right, we are on NZDJPY, the first of 3 yen crosses we're really interested in. Now we're not focused on USDJPY because we're bullish both the yen and the dollar. So we think if our view is correct, the profit potential is better in the crosses. Now, in terms of the yen, we know speculators are really bearish. They've got big short positions in the yen generally. They're at a 2-year high. Okay, so we're looking for the yen to gain more strength. It's already gained some strength despite strong stock markets. If we move to risk off, you're going to see a massive move in the yen. I'll cover stock markets at the end of this video because I think we're very, very close now to a break in stocks, which I think will happen by the end of the year. But in terms of this pair, get the big rally up, specs load into longs, they've got too many. We sell back through the 82 level, and now we're down at 79.41 this morning. Okay, done that with stock markets being strong. Now, in terms of how we're looking tonight, sorry, NZDJPY, that red has got a bit bigger. My own view is if you wanted to play this one, you could sell the round number here through 79 and pop your stop back behind the high. Okay, if we rally back up towards the 80 level, you could come off that level, but we should get down to at least 76 in our view. We could possibly go lower. Just show you the monthly chart. There's the level I'm targeting. It's a big level here. Okay, 76, but we could easily run over to 72 with risk off, or maybe even down towards 68. So this one's looking good. You can sell a break lower or rally if you're bearish like us. Now, in terms of the next pair, CAD JPY. This one hasn't done too much actually. We got in at 91.70, got above 92, sell back through the round number, but just really kind of low volatility. But the trend arguably down. Okay, our stop is pretty close at 91.30 to where we were this morning. Now, in terms of where we are now, sorry, I need the daily chart. We just poked through the round number, so at 91.13, our stop is pretty close. Okay, it would take us out just around break even, but what we'd do is we would sell again through the two bodies, so clear the round number 90.80. Okay, and we're looking for a move down to 70, sorry, not 76, 86, so hopefully 500 pips. Okay, now we'll see how this one goes. So sorry, it's the wrong page. We'll see how this one goes, but I'm hoping that, yeah, our stop is just back here behind the 20-day, which we're at the moment, but we'll sell again if we're stopped out. But yeah, in terms of coming in fresh, I think it's a really good trade. I think, yeah, sure, we haven't seen too much action in this one yet, but I think we will. My final yen pair is going to be EURJPY. I covered it the weekend, but we've been stopped out since I did my weekend video. We initially sold, get the big sea of blues, we sell back through the 133 level. After this big red, I decided to put my stop at 129.50, just clipped on stop, okay? But sold at 128.80, although we exhaust back this morning. What are we doing this evening? And I'm looking actually just my target 120, so 900 pips lower, hopefully, but let's see what we're doing at the moment. EURJPY. Yeah, we're exhausting back above the round number to 129.25. If you want to do it fresh, just sell, I don't know, 128.80, just back through the round number again. Stop just needs to be behind the big 130 level. So it's only over 100 pips risk, but you've got 800 pips potential profit, of course, if our view is correct. Okay, so there's the three yen pairs we really like. And I'm just going to finish up with a couple more pairs. I'm going to pick one I really like, which is the first one is going to be AUD NZD. Right, we are on AUD NZD, and as I was saying earlier in the video, we feel the AUD will be the strongest of the commodity currencies in the short term, and we like the look of it against other commodity currencies. I'm showing you AUD NZD. This is a warning of what could happen in the next pair, which is AUD CAD. Now, we know that speculators have got heavy net short positions against the Aussie. So when we come down here, we want to buy some strength. So we catch that blue, and then we follow through to the upside. This is just shorts coming out on stop, and we think that will run us up to 106. Now, in terms of the price action tonight, the blue candle is a bit bigger. This is just specs getting hit, get to 106. Could even overrun a bit to 106.50. The risk reward isn't really there to buy. I still think you need to stop behind 104. If it pulled back towards 104 and you see some strength, though, you could buy. And look for the stops to get run. But this is really a warning of what could happen in AUD CAD. Now, if I look at AUD CAD, my chart this morning, speculators got even bigger short position in this pair than they do in AUD NZD. And I was looking to buy, buy above this double top here, or two bodies with a tight stop, okay? But this didn't come off. Let me show you. So, AUD CAD, we get big red instead. Now, from our perspective, what we'll do is we'll just place an order now in the PM update at 91.30. Okay, so just if the round number holds, we'll buy at 91.30 and look for a rally all the way up to 94. That's on the cards to take out the stops. Okay, now in terms of stop, it'd be 90.60, well back from this round number here. But if we run through 91, then I would just buy at 91.10, stop at 90.40. It's only 60 pips risk, and then look for a move up to 94. So yeah, AUD NZD has sprung to the upside. The stops are getting run. This hasn't happened in this pair yet, but I think it will. So we'll see. But yeah, I think it looks a decent risk reward trade. Now, they're the pairs we're really focused on. I did mention the S&P 500. And I think in terms of the S&P, how close are we to a breakdown? I think we're close. Could happen any time in the next month, I think. Okay, can't say when it's going to happen, but I think the warning signs are all there. I'm not going to show all the charts that I've got in relation to why stocks should go down, but you can see just in general price action terms, we are struggling around the 4.7 level after this rally up. Okay, and you've got people arguing stocks will go up because they say, well, there's big inflows into stocks in this period. There are, but they've peaked. Seasonally, it's a strong time of year. Yeah, okay. That's not too important in my view with a market which is a bullish extreme. And what you've got is the real economy is slowing. Stock markets remain at bubble levels, price earnings ratios, okay? So, if we look at it in perspective, what is there to drive stocks higher apart from, just a bullish sentiment extreme? There's nothing in the fundamentals. And one big fundamental support for the stock market is Fed stimulus. That is going to be withdrawn. That should pressure stocks. And just to show you how, well, I'm sure everyone knows how overbought stocks are. Look at that COVID sell-off. This blue here comes up from above 2.4. And look at it. We get up to 4.684. That is a huge rally. It's driven by greed. I personally think it's all going to end in tears. If it does, that is going to be a massive profit opportunity in the Forex market. So we're very focused, obviously, on yen and dollar longs. They'll just do well if stocks break down. Maybe they don't, but dollar and yen look all right anyway. So yeah, that is the forecast for this week. We'll see how we go. I'll be back at the usual time for the forecast at the weekend. Thank you for watching.